And we are back again with the continuation of Sai no Yuta. Dr. Tonobo Ryoko had never had a more troublesome patient. His voice is hard and flat, his words toss carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Ryoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist, but even she can sense the sickness of the wall that is erected between himself and the world. While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Ryoko, his gaze actually aimed at the fraction down and to his side. He's only superficially engaged in a conversation when its truth does not interact him in the slightest. Perfect rejection. Revealing that she cannot interview him like this, Ryoko sighed and sets her chart aside. Treatment of subornal hematora, though, for the use of micro machines, are productive available in Japan exclusively here at the T University Medical Center. It has been the only way to save Sakisaka Fuminori from a cerebral concussion that should have been fatal. Sakisaka Fuminori's lip twists slightly in what might be a bitter or mocking smile, but it is gone before Ryoko can discern its meaning. Hence these weekly checkups. If only would have been taken a little more seriously. Sakisaka asked abruptly as to catch Ryoko off guard. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a way for a doctor to examine the brain detail without opening the patient's skull. Derived by Sakisaka's uncommon technical knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile. There was nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. Her procedure with such a low rate of success, the result had been nothing short of miraculous. However, something still bothered Ryoko. She can't take his feeling that his hiding is beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. Yeah, like the fact that he sees everything as blob monsters. Yeah, seriously, like, how can you mess up so much? That, like, how can you mess up on your page so much that you start seeing everybody as blob monsters? Like, really? Maybe if he saw everybody as candy, he'd be... Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Everybody's just, like, Candy Crush. I love that game. I'm stuck on it, though. But if it's an inorganic problem, there's nothing you can do as long as he refuses to explain it. Ryoko answers, smiling to cover her irritation. Sakisaka asked exactly the same question during last week's visit. I know what to answer, Ryoko hardened the mask of her smile. As before, the patient inquired about someone who he has no business knowing. Ryoko is used to patient treating her with hostility. After all, some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with someone who holds their life in her hands. In Sakisaka, however, she don't see the short-sighted impatience that other patients exhibit. His remaining perfectly calm, almost like the detective questioning a suspect. Ryoko asked smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided at the utmost to lie, she had no trouble doing so with a straight face.
いいえ。
Ryoko realized that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more
近頃
surprised.
教授の身内の人間と恋にしていましてね。その人から調査を頼まれているんです。
A relative? Ryoko considers that with a
大
frown.
貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが。
おお、誰から聞きました？
それは噂話に。
Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have no contact with the man.
そんなことが噂になる程度には、大貝教授は有名人だったわけですね。
まあ一風変わった人だったみたいですね。
なのに、誰も彼が大学を辞めた理由を知らないと。
Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakura seemed to have finally grasped her mood, however, as his strangely stiff tones softened a little.
僕はどうしても大貝教授に会わなきゃならないんです。彼がいなくなったせいで、行く当てがなくなり困っている子がいるんです。力になってもらえませんか？
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないかしら。
Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a risky gamble. If Ogai Mashiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, the university will be investigated. Everyone who involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, excuse is obviously a lie. They actually made sure that Ogai, I don't call him Ogai. Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. Then how did Sakisaka, a mere page, learn about Ogai?
私の知っている範囲のことは喜んでお教えします。どこか長期の旅行にでも行かれたか。
そうですか。
Accepting resistance, Ryoko's pride when Sakisaka backs down. She's still worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Ogai Mashito is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes, progress is good on Sakisaka's chart for today.
さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone. It looks like someone sprayed the walls with pig guts from ceiling to floor. What color should the walls of a hospital be? White, of course. And the creatures of rotten flesh scrambling around me. I'm sure this hall is just as white as it could. I know intellectually that the walls are white. I know that the flesh beats are really human. I'm the one with the problem. It's because I accepted this that I learned that I'm able to lead something approaching a new life. Even if my university medical department is nowhere near as good as T University, I'm still a medical student specializing in neurology. I basically did what happened to me, though it's hard to believe. This isn't a pathological condition. It's probably some form of agnosia unlike anything that had been studied before. The flesh beast called Tanbo Ryoko said that other patients have developed neurologic disorder after receiving the same treatment I do. So it is another failure. It makes me want to laugh in that know-it-all doctor's face. That's it, I don't blame the doctors who operated on me. After all, I do owe them my life. I know those anyone how low their chance of success was, and I had no other hope of survival. I was unlucky, that's all there is to it. The point is that my condition isn't treatable. It's like someone adapting to a hearing in a wheelchair. I have no idea but to adapt to this nauseating scenery. Of course it's hard, it wasn't easy to resign myself to this fate. But now there's more than just despair. Even for me, there's a glimmer of hope. Keep my eyes on my feet to see as little of this horrifying world as possible. I hurry home. How can there be any hope in a world like this? Just saying. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, in a house that's too large for me alone. My parents, even luckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. I can't go to the funeral being in intensive care. As so my father's business, but at least they left me with the house and enough money to live for a while. Of course I'm sad, but the accident took far more from my parents. In fact, being on my own has probably saved me. If they were alive, my parents would never have allowed me to live with some strange girl after all. Strange girl? What do you mean, strange girl? Wait a minute, what? Did we just hear a normal voice? I opened the door, a bright voice greeted me from the kitchen. The voice is beautiful, and clear as a bell. Human. Its sweet sounds watches the day atmosphere from my memory. Who's Saya? Even the patter of feet coming down the hallway is music to my ears. Nowhere else in the city can I hear such footsteps, only in this house, with Saya. I am so privileged. Hang on. Wait, what the how can we... I want to see her. Hang on. What is this? I don't know. What the frick? I thought everything he saw. Why does he see a little girl? He has a little lolly girl? What the
ご
hell?
めんよ。今日は病院に寄っていく日
And
だ
her suit looks a lot like Rika. Holy crap.
そうだっけ
In her smile, an intensive tilt of her head is everything I have lost. This magazine, the girl is the only person I've met, perhaps the only person in the entire world who's not triggered my canonic disorder. True, her skin seems to be too white, and the color of her eyes and hair is probably a different reality. But even so, her form is undeniably human. And it's not just her appearance and voice, but also her. As I bend down and take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently to her tiny bosom. Oh my. Her skin feels truly human, not cold or slimy, and from her hair wafts the sweet fragrance of a young girl. In all the world, only Saya is pleading to my five senses. And once more, she smiles at me, embraces me. She knows that she is my salvation, and for some reason is happy that I need her. If I had not met Saya, if I had been alone in this twisted, filtering world, I would know about some come to madness. It is no doubt you're going to say that Saya alone is keeping me alive. Foreshadowing.
今日は一日どうしてた？
今の模様替えもう半分ぐらい塗り終わったよ。で今はね、ふみのりの晩ご飯作ってるの。昼間テレビで作り方やってたから。
I gotta say this before I forget. The voice actor of Fuminori is the same as, I forgot his name. It was a ginger guy from Whittlebusters, and Saya's voice actor is the same as Ren. So it's like one show they're brothers and this they're. I don't know, what are they? Are they lovers? Are they friends? Well, they're obviously friends.
そうか。楽し
もうちょっと時間かかりそうなの。待っててくれる？
いいよ。じゃあ僕は今の続きをやってる。
After I see the humming Saya off to the kitchen, I step into the living room. The hell? I realized one day that the natural color of the world was snicking. All I do was paint over them with a color that seemed pleasant. I went to the hardware store and brought every color of paint I could find. And Saya and I tried different combinations until we found one that worked. After painting the room from ceiling to floor, I was finally able to get my first good night's sleep since the accident. When we first started in the living room, so I showed what to do with the curtain, just painted carefully around the windows. Without a moment's hesitation, I tore the curtains down and painted over the glass itself. There'll never be anything out there that I want to see, and as long as I keep the storm shutters closed, the neighbors probably won't think anything of it.
ご飯できたよ。
こっちで食べよう。持ってきてくれるか？
I changed the living room with a tray of food. Saya sniffs the
ペンキ
air.
の匂い。平気？
Now that she mentions, I suppose the smell of the paint thinner must be building up in the closed room. It doesn't really bother me though. There are far worse smells
さや
outside.
は嫌いかい？
平気。ふみのり。
Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is all appetizing. Not that food elsewhere is any different. As has been routine, I steel myself and methodically, I don't even know that word, transport the food into my mouth. The taste is the gut-wrenching as I expected, but it's not Saya's fault. I'm doing exactly like the Queen Show said. It's just that my taste buds can't accept it.
美味しくない？
She asks hesitantly.
まあね。
Why won't make Saya happy? She knows about my condition.
気にしないで。明日はまた別のものを作ってあげるから。
ごめんな、いつも。せっかく作ってくれたのに。
いいのよ。こうやっていろいろ試していけば、いつかふみのりでも美味しく食べられるメニューが見つかるかもしれないじゃない。
In my current state, eating is no more than unwelcome duty. Unless I hate it, I need food to survive. If I stay alive, then perhaps one day, as Saya said, I'll be able to taste something delicious again. I met Saya, didn't
さや
I?
は食べないの？
私はもう済ましたから。
And all the time we've been together, Saya has never once eaten with me. I don't know why she refuses to do so. It makes me a little sad. Still, I'm not about to push the issue, not when she's putting up with all the problems I have.
そういえば、今日もう一度病院で君のお父さんのことを聞いてみた。
パパの？
Dr. Ogai Mashito, Saya's father, is the only relative. Saya's asked me to unravel the mystery of his
やっぱり
disappearance.
何も教えてくれない。何か隠している雰囲気なんだが。
そう。
I expect Saya to be a little more
心配じゃない
dejected.
のかい？お父さんのこと。
そういう
Saya's
わ
found
けじゃ
an
ない。
unreadable expression. She gives a little shake of her head and smiles at me once again.
ありがとう、海のり。私のためにいろいろと。
君はそれ以上のことを僕のためにしてくれるんだ。
I thank her for the meal and set my chopsticks down next to the perfectly clean plate. As rich as the taste was, thinking of the carrots I put into it gave me the strength to finish every bite.
じゃあ、お風呂にする？
また背中流してくれるか？
Wait, what are they gonna do? Ever since I moved in, it's been like having my own wife. What? Saya, why are you so good to me? Whoa! Oh! No, nope, nope. This is the scenes I did not. I have to censor this now. Yeah, about these scenes. Sorry guys, you're not gonna see them. Pretty much every scene is like, oh, Fuminori, yeah. 50 Shades of Fuminori, everybody.